I have known Chris for about 14 years, but my story goes back even before we moved here to Jacksonville, or to Atlanta. We were in Jacksonville. And her sister, I mean, my story really is a beautiful story of Chris, but also about the entire family, like Mr. Proctor was sharing. Kathy, her sister, was one of my RCI instructors when I came into the Catholic Church, and is the godmother of my oldest son, Joshua. And just a beautiful, beautiful woman. And they were moving away from Florida, and I decided to go on a retreat in Atlanta, and most of you that know me know that I am directionally challenged. So for me to rent a car, my husband would have never seen me again. So we knew that they didn't need me driving in the dark Georgia woods or something, because I would never have come again. So we called Mr. Proctor. Mr. Proctor came to the airport. Never met Mr. Proctor before in my life. I'm traveling with a woman that I didn't really know from our church, and he picked us up, took us out to lunch, because we were early, and I had the most beautiful, holy experience with this godly man. And we were basically talking that if we never made it to the retreat, we grew closer to Christ by just spending time with Mr. Proctor. And that's something that I will always be grateful for. He got us to the retreat, which was great. And we came home, and everything was wonderful and went on. So Kathy moved away, and God, in His wisdom, relocated us to Atlanta. And what Kathy's words for me were, my sister is there. When you go, reach out to her. And I never met Chris before. And so, this was my first time moving away from home. I went to college in Jacksonville. I lived there my entire life. And it was very scary. I'm going with two babies, 1 and 2 years old. And so we get moved into an apartment. I don't know anybody. Mark's doing his job, doing wonderful. So I call Chris. And I'm like, you don't know me. I've met your dad. He rocks. I've met your sister. She rocks. So now I'd like to meet you. She said, so Chris tells me all about gospel reflection. Invites me to that. So again, directionally challenged. I set off with these two little kids in Atlanta and drove, lost forever. But God was good. I finally made it. And I got to sit and experience Chris in this gospel meditation and a lot of other beautiful women that I had never experienced before in Jacksonville. And God knows what you need when you need it. And so this was the start of an incredible journey. Throughout the next years, we've seen Chris with homeschooling and with so many other events. The thing with Chris is just, she is the most genuinely loving woman you will meet. There is nothing fake. There is nothing for her own thoughts, for her own interest or anything. She is about you. When you were talking to Chris, you were the only person in the room. And it's a beautiful gift that I'm sure our Lord gave her at birth, but it also comes from her family. I've seen it with Mr. Proctor, and I've seen it with Kathy. You sing beautifully. I'm sure you have it too. I don't know you, but this family is. But it's been just such an incredible experience in my life that I thank our Lord for, to be able to know you. Because I know that I'm a better person, a better mother, and a better Christian because of you. And I want to thank you for that. Happy birthday.